Oh, it's nice to smell nice.
In the Piggly Wiggly bag.
Oh. So today I am going to react to a comedian called Jeff Foxworthy, and his video is called You Might Be a Redneck If, and it's from 1993. I am going in completely blind because I was going to react to a different video and I started, but then I just didn't like the vibe. I felt it was really negative.
Nobody is naive enough to think that the US doesn't have selfish interests in mind when it invades a country.
This video is very negative. It's just me. And then this came up in my suggested videos and I just thought, why not? I haven't reacted to a comedian in a really long time. So let's do this. Don't know who he is, don't know what it's about, but yeah. By the way, who am I? I'm Diane, I'm from Ireland. I sometimes like to visit America as a tourist and check out your stuff and react to it and try it for the first time. I'm a big fan of your work. What is a redneck? I kind of think redneck is a derogatory term. Or do people describe themselves as rednecks? A redneck, it's like somebody who hits you on the back of the neck. A little rough, like people who are a little bit rough. I think country, maybe people from the country? I don't know. What is a redneck? A redneck is a term historically used to describe rural working class white people, primarily from the southern United States. Okay. Well, let's find out if I'm a redneck. I'm obviously not, I'm from Ireland.
Thank you very much. It is nice to be back here. As Charlie said, I did write the book, You Might Be a Redneck If. In fact, I have to say, this summer I was working in Oklahoma. A guy brought one of the books to the show. The book was real beat up. And the guy came up to me. He said, sir, he said, I keep this on the back of my toilet. Would you sign it? I said, well, if you'll hold it, I'll sign it. But for those of you that may not know if you're a redneck or not, they asked me to do a few to try to help you out. Things like if you own a home that is mobile and 14 cars that aren't, you might be a redneck. If you take your dog for a walk and you both use the tree at the corner, you might be a redneck. If you refer to the 5th grade as my senior year, you might be a redneck. If you prefer car keys to Q-tips.
Oh.
You're grown, but you know what I'm talking about. If the most common phrase heard in your house is somebody go jiggle the handle, you might be a redneck. If you've ever taken a beer to a job interview, you might be a redneck. If you see a sign that says say no to crack and it reminds you to pull your jeans out,
that's a universal thing. Internationally, some men just... I had a builder in my house the other day. I was like, I can see your bum like this entire time. What are you doing, sir? Like, you know your bum is out. Does he not know his bum is out? Because it's gotta be breezy, right?
And trust me, I know about rednecks. In fact, this summer I did something I'd always wanted to do. I cashed in a ton of frequent flyer miles. I took everybody in my family to Hawaii. 13 people, thinking this would be the vacation of a lifetime. It ended up being the Clampets go to Maui. Because you get my family together, there is an empty Kmart somewhere. They show up at the airport, they are using coolers and grocery bags for luggage.
Okay, acknowledging some of the jokes are gonna go over my head because I'm not American. But I get the implications.
I kept like, which one's yours? The Samsonite's like, no, sir, we got the igloo with the duct tape on it and the 5 Piggly Wiggly bags right there. And on the plane ride over there, the movie they were showing was Homeward Bound, The Incredible Journey. 5 minutes into this movie, my brother turns to me and goes, you know that ain't them dogs' real voice. My sister got mad. Well, thanks for spoiling it for everybody else. And we were staying right on the beach. You could tell which rooms were ours. Ours were the ones with the underwear hanging off the balcony. And according to the manager, the site of the only peeing for distance contest they had ever had there.
I have to tell you, actually, in a lot of urbanizations where I live, you are not allowed to like hang your laundry where other people can see it. That's not a thing in Ireland as far as I know, but here in Spain you have to keep your laundry private. Like, not in all parts of Spain, just like uppity urbanizations, I think.
Which I am ashamed to say my Aunt Rose won in the second. My man, they don't go to hotels much. They stole everything from this place. When you get out of the shower, you are using toilet paper to dry off with, because they have the towels in the Piggly Wiggly bag.
Oh.
One day, one of the maids went to lunch and left her cart in the hall. Lord, they were on that like buzzards on a mule cart. Picked it clean. I asked my brother, I said, what are you going to do with 180 shower caps? He said, Christmas present. Then his wife got mad. Well, thanks for spoiling it for everybody else.
I do know people who do that, who steal all the towels. I'm just like, okay.
And as much as I know about rednecks, I know that little about women. Well, that's not true. I do know this. I know women love those shoes. Or my wife would leave me for a free pair of shoes. My wife, she's got so many shoes now, we don't go anywhere without playing the flamingo leg game. This is where she gets dressed, puts on 2 different shoes and goes, hun, which shoes look better with this? These or these? I just mess with her. I don't know. Do it again. These or these? I can't decide, baby. Do it again. These? Well, I've never been in a hunting camp and seen some guy go, hey, Jerry, what do you think? Hunting boots? Tennis shoes. Hunting boots? Tennis shoes. Now, I don't know, Ted. Do it again. I do know women care a lot about smell. And my wife asks me every day, do I smell good? Like the way I smell?
It's
Because
nice.
if men have an odor, it's usually an accident.
It's nice to smell nice.
Charles, what is that alluring fragrance?
I have to say, a good smelling man is something you remember. It is.
Oh, that's Michelob. It hit a bump in the truck. And both sexes care about smell. It's just women go to trouble to smell good, and men are more like, hey, does this stink too bad to wear one more time? Woo, maybe I should put it in the dryer. Men love that dryer. Don't you give us a cling-free, we'll find a shirt in the sewer, put it in the dryer and wear it. Slum a gun ready to go.
Do people do that?
Warm equals clean.
I don't have a dryer. Do people do that?
Figure this one out. How is it that women can lie down on the couch and take a nap without sticking their hand in the top of their pants? How do they do that? See, men have a sleep button located right there. We take our hand and put it on that button. I'm convinced women feel a sneeze coming on. Every time before my wife sneezes, she reaches into her purse, pulls out a tissue. I have no idea we're going to sneeze. We'd be riding the bus somewhere. Like,
So loud.
oh, man, I'm sorry about your shirt. You can put that in the dryer. That'll be all right. Okay, great. God bless you. Thank you so much.
That is true about the sneezing thing. Men are so loud when they sneeze. But also, something men do when they throw up. And yes, I've been in close enough proximity to men who have been ill and I've taken care of them. Regret that now. One time, me and an ex, we both had a stomach flu at the same time. We were like taking turns to go to the bathroom. We did have 2 bathrooms, so one was downstairs and one was upstairs. And I was throwing up into the toilet and I was like trying to be like conscientious about it. And I was like, by the way, if you have, there's a phobia of like the noise of throwing up, probably end the video here. But I was like, and like playing like music over it. And then I'd like throw bleach down the toilet and like spray stuff. When he threw up, he was like, "Bah!" I was like, how do you manage to scream at the same time as throwing up? Like, surely there's a conflict there. But lo and to behold, Is that the saying? My friend was just telling me the other week that her boyfriend had a tummy bug as well, and he was throwing up and he was like, "Boo!" And I was like, how did they do that? How did they manage to make that noise? And did he clean up after himself? Not well. Not well. But anyway, that was an interesting video. I guess I'm not a redneck to conclude. Are you? Let me know below in comments. Shout out today to a couple of patrons. Our first shout out comes from Jim Ross, and it goes out to all the incredible firefighters out there. This past summer, they battled a devastating wildfire that swept through parts of Jasper, Alberta. Hundreds of firefighters from across Canada joined forces with reinforcements from Australia, New Zealand, Mexico, and even South Africa to fight it. This stunning photo taken by Chelsea Molotovsky from Jim's car shows that even in devastation, nature finds a way. The bull elk is pictured casually chilling near the Malign Lake Road as the forest began its recovery. It's a reminder of hope, much like the resilience we're seeing in California as communities face similar challenges. Thank you so much, Jim. And second today, our resident Iceman just wants to shout out anyone that takes the time to truly show they care about others and cherish humanity as a whole. Thank you so much, Graham. It's Chibi's dinner time. Is it dinner time? It's time for your dinner? Yeah. Say thank you so much, guys. That's it for today. See you on the other side. Bye.